Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Maths with Sneha. So today in this video we are going to discuss double integration with limits. So let's start. So this double integration, okay, when we see the double integration of any function, so there we have to integrate a function in two variables, say x and y. So there we have to integrate the function with respect to x as well as with respect to y. When we have to integrate any function using double integration, then there are only two orders, that is dx into dy or dy into dx. Dx into dy means what? Ki first we will integrate with respect to x and then we will integrate with respect to y. Vice versa, dy into dx means what? Ki first we will integrate with respect to y and then we will integrate with respect to x. Now see the structure of this double integration. So here I have written here कि double integration of a general function f of x comma y into dx into dy. So now here we have two signs of integration. This is called as a outer integration, this is called as a inner integration. Now here this is suppose here we can take dx into dy. Similarly we can have dy into dx. There again some function is given, and this is what the inner integration, this is what the outer integration. So the important notes are, see, whenever we want to solve the double integration with limits, so these limits are having a specific order. So these limits of outer integration, note number 1, limits of outer integration are always constants. So whatever the limits of outer integration or whatever the example is there, in that example the limits of outer integration are always constant. हमेशा जो भी outer integration रहेगा उसके limits हमेशा constants ही रहेंगे. And the limits of inner integration are functions of one variable or a constant. So जो भी आपका inner integration रहेगा उसके limit can be a constant or a function of only one variable. So suppose the lower and upper integration are either in terms of x, or lower and upper integration are either in terms of y, or lower and upper integration are either constants. Okay, so these are the two important notes while deciding the order of the integration. So as I told you कि while solving the double integration with limit, the order of integration or deciding the order of integration is very important. So now here we'll take some examples कि how to decide the order of the integration. For example, say example number 1. So now suppose here I am taking double integration of a general function, since we have to just decide the order. Double integration of the general function f of x comma y. Now the limits of integration I am taking is, since we know that the limits of outer integration are always constant, so here I am suppose taking the limits of outer integration say from -1 to 1. And the limits of inner integration I am taking say from x to x, root x to root x. Now since here while solving this double integration, the main important part is what? How to decide the order. As I told you that the order we can decide by observing the limits of inner and outer integration. Now here we can observe that the limits of inner integration are in variable x. So the limits of inner integration are in variable x, that means these are the values of y. What? These are the values of y. These are the values of y, because if we take x equal to x, that will not make any sense. Okay, so if the limits of inner integrations are in terms of the x, that means these are the values of y. So since these are the values of y, so first we will integrate with respect to y variable. Then बचा कौन सा? Variable x. Then next what कि we have to integrate with respect to x. और in शॉर्ट में अभी आप ध्यान में कैसे रखोगे कि इनर इंटीग्रेशन के लिमिट में जो भी वेरिएबल एब्सेंट है उसके रिस्पेक्ट में आप पहले इंटीग्रेट करो. इन शॉर्ट सी यहाँ पे अभी क्या है कि लिमिट्स ऑफ इनर इंटीग्रेशन कंटेन ओनली एक्स, सो वाई इज एब्सेंट देयर, सो फर्स्ट वी विल इंटीग्रेट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू वाई. तो जो भी वेरिएबल इनर इंटीग्रेशन के लिमिट में एब्सेंट रहेगा उसके रिस्पेक्ट में पहले आप इंटीग्रेट करोगे. ओके, नाउ सपोज सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल आई एम टेकिंग हियर, say integration say from 0 to 1, and here say from 0 to y some function f of x comma y. Now here let us decide the order of the integration. Now see the limits of inner integration. अभी inner integration के लिमिट में कौन सा वेरिएबल है? y है, and one limit is a 0. okay, one limit is what? constant. it's okay, one limit is a variable that is y. तो यहाँ पे 0 मतलब constant है, y है, तो फिर कौन absent है यहाँ पे? x absent है. So now here first we will integrate with respect to x, then बचा कौन? dy. So this way how we have to decide the order. Another example is, or another example is what? Say suppose limits of both the integrations are constant. What if the limits of both the integration are constant? Suppose I am taking here from 0 to 1, minus 1 to 1 some function f of x comma y. Now since if the limits of both integrations are constant, then we don't have any restrictions. We can either integrate with respect to x first, or we can either integrate with respect to y first. So now if the limits of both integrations are constant, then the choice is your. Either you can integrate with respect to x or with respect to y. Means here you can go by dx into dy order, or you can go by dy into dx order. Both ways correct. Okay, so in this video we have discussed what is the structure of double integration and how to decide the order of the double integration. So in next video we will see how to solve examples of double integration when limits of the integrations are given. So I will conclude my video here. So if you find this video helpful to you, then please like it, subscribe my channel and share the same video with your friends. Thank you.